Ahoy guys, welcome back to episode 2 with 789 Mom and our stuntman Jack Sack. We are gonna do the interior of the home that you guys watched. If you haven't seen the video, I will link that below, the tutorial on the house that we built. So let's get started.
So I'm gonna first put in a staircase because obviously you need a staircase to get to the next level, right?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Right?
Thank God the no block or the block damage is turned off.
God.
I have a feeling that Jack would ruin the house.
Alright. Alright, so I put in a staircase. Obviously, whenever you're building, you obviously would want a staircase instead of a ladder because staircases look better in the house and they just work better for an interior design. They got more space so you don't have as much room to deal with, making
Right.
it look nice. Let's do like, I don't know, a little like living room, I guess, or
Okay.
reading space. So I'm gonna use jungle wood because in the last video I said I use different woods for everything, that lady. And
Yep.
so obviously I'm using oak for the staircase because it's different from my floor on the second floor. It is different from the wood that I'm using for my roof. I'm using jungle for all of my
Furniture.
furniture.
I get, yeah.
Yep, sorry. Stumbling on my words. There are
That's
two ways to do couches with the sides. I always like to use signs, but you can also use trapdoors as well. Trapdoors look pretty nice. I usually use trapdoors though for an outside bench, like in a park.
Yeah.
I use the signs for a sofa or chair.
Also, I've seen people use item frames too.
Yeah, you can use item frames too. I'm not a big fan on those. Those are more for, I like using those for like torches. They look pretty cool with like a torch in front of it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you can use item frames too. I mean, whatever your design is.
Jack's stalking us from upstairs.
Okay, lady?
Yeah, it's funny.
For the tables that I do, I usually like to do upside down stairs. The reason is it gives it a nice table. You can set anything down like a flower pot. Do it, lady.
I was coming down lower to show him the design. You know, it
Oh,
does definitely create a
sorry.
neat design at the bottom.
Yeah, and I like doing that. Some people like using fence posts and pressure plates. You can also use pistons, but they take up a little bit more room.
Yeah, this is good. What kind of
Yeah.
lighting would you put down here for interior lighting?
Torches.
Torches, yeah.
You can't really fit glowstone. If you had a bigger build, I'd definitely use glowstone on the inside. But for a smaller build like this, I would definitely use torches. Like I said, I'd use item frames to give a little bit of. For this kind of design, I just put like 2 there.
Oh,
Done.
okay. Be enough light. I'm gonna turn it to night. Let's see. Yeah,
Yeah, go ahead and
definitely
finish
gives
that.
it enough light.
Then just putting item frames on them, making them look like they're just stuck there. Flower pots make really nice drink cups.
I was
Got the
gonna
flowers
say,
in them.
yeah, I was gonna say I've used them as cups myself before.
Yeah, so a lot of people done that. I've got that idea from Chaos, I think. Showed me how to do that, so that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
You know, I learned a lot of stuff that I would never think of from other people, and just add it on to what I build, and it builds a lot better.
Yeah.
I think from learning from other people. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
I move the chairs in so I have more space around. The chairs and the table take up a lot of space. And I like it this way because then it looks like it's, almost touching. Even though you can't sit in them. Well, you can on this server, but
Yeah, we
you
don't
at
have the
least have
chair
space
feature.
to,
Yeah.
yeah. And I'm just going to put a chest down to put a chest.
Yeah, especially
for
if
where
you're
the
in
lady is.
survival and stuff.
Yeah. So where Lady was standing, I'm just gonna put some bookshelves because you can't really do much for understairs. Bookshelves there.
That looks good.
Or yeah. Over in this corner, I'm just gonna put a crafting table. So one thing that's really cool is you can stack fences or gates on top of each other, and a really cool little cabinet design or shelf. That right there. It really adds onto what you can do inside spaces. And a real quick thing before we go upstairs, I'm just going to do this because like having a design on the out. This design's pretty cool. It helps, I don't know, break things up. I like it a lot. Use buttons in the same well. But now, you know, if you're on the floor where I am, the build looks a lot cooler, I think.
It does. It's amazing that you put this much in it, and the build still looks really awesome.
Yeah. And it's just the little details where you put things. Alright, let's go upstairs, I guess. I think that's good enough for that room. Really?
You're supposed to pull the lever.
Huh?
It says to pull the lever for added fun.
I'm gonna stay away from added fun.
Okay.
Okay, so we have summer level where Jack is probably setting up another additional for fun. Guessing.
Right.
So let's add another staircase, and for this one, I'm gonna put it on this side. Save some room, because it's gonna be like the main area for the, building, or the builds. Do the same thing we did downstairs, is do that upside down staircase so the staircase looks more full. So I know that we did some stuff on the outside, to enhance building, well, like where we put, windows and stuff. But I'm going to change up some of this design because we're going to put a kitchenette here. So, because of this big wall, and we're putting a kitchenette here, usually in kitchenettes you can't really see out of the window. So I'm going to be changing it to a window style like this and keep the 4 wide.
Okay.
Actually, I'm going to put logs down the middle. I changed my mind. Will help with putting stuff in. But so, as you can see, usually on the second floor I like to do the glass right against the floor. But since we're doing the kitchenette here, I'm going to put the windows up one.
Okay.
For the kitchenette, obviously a crafting table and a furnace. Want to have somewhere where you store the food, so I'd put a chest. Then you can obviously put a fridge if you want. I know that fridges aren't very medieval, but you can call it a larder, I think it was called. So I think that's what it's called, a larder. Call it that instead of a fridge. Add a little button to it. Oh yeah, the tripwire hooks are pretty cool for inside builds.
Could you do some logs and put like a countertop, like for if anybody has like oh, what's the thing that's the brewing stand?
Oh yeah, that's a good idea for stands. You can add a lot to a kitchen to make it look nice. Yeah, that we need a sink. But I'm actually gonna take up a crafting table, put in a sink instead.
Yeah.
Crafting table you really don't need. So, and then for the sink I usually do a tripwire hook again, as a faucet basically.
Yeah.
And then add water to the cauldron. It looks like it's full. And that's kind of a kitchenette.
Nice.
And also add the shelf again, and it makes it look a little bit nicer as well. Oops. That shelf thing that I showed earlier. Yep. With that. Buttons always help. You can put those everywhere.
Use buttons. When in doubt, use buttons. That is 789 Mom's motto. When in doubt, use buttons.
Yep. It's a good source of decoration. And I am just going to add a potted fern on top of the furnace, and if you don't know how to put stuff on top of a furnace, it's just shift and then right click.
Okay.
Some people might not know that, because if you didn't, you just open up the furnace. So that's kind of basically your kitchenette area. Kind of done there. You can also add pictures if you like. So we could add some pictures. Up a little bit.
What about some lighting here?
Oh yeah. How about lighting? For this place, I'd put... Oh wait, I'm gonna do something with the roof. So there, and maybe there.
Okay.
Obviously, because we have the stairway in the way.
Right, right.
Yep. Oop.
Did you fall?
I might have. So in some cases, when you have this right here, where it's like kind of just opening, you can add a fence gate here. But since I don't have much room, I might add something here that would benefit, like maybe a couch or something. But we can do something to the roof and maybe close up the space a little bit because it's kind of open.
Okay.
So what I am gonna do is place down logs. Oh, that won't work. Yeah, there we go. Do that. We'll place a log down here and close the room a little bit on this side and through the kitchenette area. This way, we'll have a little bit more closed space to deal with than a big open room. That may help with putting in stuff. I'm also going to put a sideways log here to kind of keep the room open, but make it kind of seem closed, because if you came over here, it looks like it's kind of like a closed area, but it's still open. And again, I just put the side logs there for added effect. You don't need to put those there if you don't want to. And top it all off, of course you want buttons.
Buttons.
Wrong with those.
Gotta put buttons on
Right,
those.
lady?
Yeah. That's right.
Alright, so then if you want to come over, back over here, lady.
Yeah.
One thing I like to do on the inside of a build is put upside down stairs on the stairs roof that we just did. I know because of the lighting glitches that sometimes looks odd. Because like if you look at the top, it's really dark, but that's what a roof looks like kind of on the inside of a house. So that's why I do that, instead of it being like really blocky. It's another like little thing that you can put in to your house designs. So what I'm gonna do, put up the outside again, so I have room for the table, because otherwise there's no room for the table. Or it doesn't fit very well. But what I'm going to do is make this side the one side, make this the two side, and it looks a little, it doesn't really change the outside of the house too much because there's so much on the outside that we put.
Mhm.
That it's not that big of a deal, but when you go back in here, I'm going to make this a two-step glass window as well, so that I can put the table onto it if I need to, or a chair. Then I'm gonna go back outside and just fix what I broke, basically. Tools that I had. So just replacing the blocks that I broke. Fix this. Okay. Sorry, it takes a while.
No, fine.
But when you put this much texture in, it looks good, I think.
Yeah, looks great.
Back in, lady?
Yeah. I can do this. Yay, I did it first try.
Alright, so now I'm gonna put a table along the wall instead. Just because I don't have much room in the walkway and where I would want the table. I'm gonna cut this off by putting the corners on. And when you're doing chairs, try not to do them so symmetrical. I like doing them very abstract, like out of order, like you kind of. Then obviously you want to put your cups on the table. well,
Yep.
make it look like people are there.
Yep.
And then obviously you want to add some chests because obviously they're gonna have stuff they need to store. Put that one on the side. Leave that like it is. Okay, what else can I do? Alright, so since this wall back here is pretty bare, I'm gonna add one of those shelves that I like using those shelves a lot because they add a lot to the room.
Mm-hmm.
And it just adds a little bit.
Yeah, what a difference, definitely.
The smaller the area, the better it looks when you decorate it on the inside.
Yeah,
I know
definitely.
it might be a pain, but you know, when you have a big room and you're just using, you know, small little 1 by 1 blocks, it's hard to decorate a room when you're decorating a big room.
Yeah.
God damn it, Jack. Oh God. Alright.
That is hilarious.
God. Nice, Jack.
And that's how you build a bathroom.
There's better ways. This is alright. It's too open. Needs to be closed.
This house might
Alright,
not have a
so...
bathroom. They use outhouses. That'll be another
Well,
episode.
you know, back in the old days, they just poop in a bucket and throw it out the window. It's all good.
There you go.
We could add a bathroom if you really want to. Really,
No.
Jack? Alright, so let's do the roof first because the roof I think is pretty important. So we do that spruce wood again, upside down spruce wood. I can see the other stairs. Yes, and for this room, it's really easy because now that we have the 1 block, you can actually add like a chandelier if you want. I think I'll do instead of a torch to mix it up a little bit.
Yeah, definitely.
And for a small space like this, the best way is just glowstone and then trapdoors around it. And maybe a half slab on the bottom. So let's try that out and see what we think. House. The leg, sorry.
That's alright. Does it look like I'm gonna hit my head?
I don't think so.
Alright, good.
Just trapdoors around it makes it look a lot nicer.
Yeah, definitely.
Alright. Okay, and then I'm gonna do that oak side log again. Make the room look a little better. I'm only gonna do it in the center one. 3, just so that there's not so many. I can kind of shut it off if I really wanted to. Do a bedroom actually if I wanted to.
Yeah.
We do a bedroom.
Yeah,
Have, like,
definitely
a little
bedroom.
walkway. Okay. Alright, so I'm just gonna do 1 by 1 type situation right here, like this. Yeah, there we go. I'm actually gonna leave these tops open, and that will give the light from the chandelier into the bedroom.
Yeah.
Like I said, you don't want every room to be completely lit because that's not how real houses work.
Right.
Alright, so I just added a wooden door for the room. Alright, so because this room is 4 wide, I'm just going to do a double bed, and that's kind of fair for this kind of house. Like this, the only room, so it's got to be the master room.
Right.
I'm going to give them a little side chest and then a crafting table on the other side. And I'm going to put a flower pot on the crafting table. And let's put some roses, I guess. Both vibrant red in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then I'm going to do a shelf above the bedroom, or bed, sorry, not bedroom. Do that.
I think it'll look really good.
Yeah, it's one of those features that you wouldn't really notice until you actually see it being done. Or you actually finally notice it. It's like that small thing in a house that makes it, above what it can actually be. just gonna add a little bit of bookshelf. I know there's not much space in here. Since it's a master bedroom, why don't we add some carpet? What carpet do you like, lady?
I don't know.
Light blue it is. Awesome.
Yes.
Great
there-
choice.
Thank you. I love light blue.
There's not much more we can do with this room. I mean, we could take out a window and maybe add like a side desk if you want. That might help out with the. We could do a side desk. Why don't we do that?
Okay.
It look a little nicer. So I'll make that room or that window a little bit smaller. Well.
Yeah.
So remember, when you're doing the outside and then you go to the inside, don't be afraid to change the outside so that the inside works with the outside.
Right.
Because I change mine a lot. Whenever I find something that I can change on the inside that might make a difference, I will do it. Make the inside look really nice as well. I'm just gonna add a last chest on top of that bookshelf. For my purpose, I like it up there. Looks nice, I think.
Actually, that
I
looks
think this-
good. Yeah.
I think this room is done then. Since we have this little like patch of wood, I'm gonna put like a little garden bed, kind of like what we had outside.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna put 2 saplings in there instead of the flowers. Make it look like those little Japanese things, you know, whatever they're called. Little Japanese
Bonsai.
trees.
Bonsai.
Yeah, bonsai, that's what they're called. Yeah. I think those look nice.
Mm-hmm.
Since it's a little area, we'll just add some chairs. Yes, like right here and here. Maybe just that.
Yeah, that looks good.
It doesn't need much because it's a very small area and there's not much place or any area to put it. So,
Yeah, he had a creeper
But-
head.
my
Sorry.
God. So I think that is good enough for this little area. You can just look out and there's not much here.
Thanks again, and let us know some ideas possibly that
Yeah,
you want
tell
to
us
see.
anything you want us to build.
Yep, we'll get
We'll build it.
789 Mom and Jack. He's an epic-y kind of builder also, I guess.
Epic-y.
So, all right, we'll see you guys in a later video.
See ya.
See, bye.